Hello and welcome to Oracle of the Divine Ophite. This is a combination collective tarot reading and channeled message. So it's probably for a very specific group of people out there. It might not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate, please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload new videos. And so the message that I'm gonna start with here is, I just got this kind of intuitive push to pull a card from my tarot deck, and the first card that popped out was the Eight of Pentacles. And I decided to just pull a few more cards just to get some clarification on that. So I knew that I was pulling cards for somebody who's very concerned about their work, whether this be creative work or just day-to-day work that makes a living, or both. Whatever, take it how it resonates. But this is I'm talking to somebody out there who has been going through a lot of challenges when it comes to making their work do what they want their work to do for them. So in other words, they work and they put in effort, but they feel like they never see the results that they want to see from their work. And they also feel like they're constantly being held back, like there's constant obstacles being thrown up in their path. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are connected to someone who doesn't want to see you succeed. They actually are quite afraid, as a matter of fact, to see you succeed, because they want you to be dependent on them in some way, either financial dependence or, creative dependence, work dependence. So it's like you're this really talented, really creative, really independent person by nature, and you have this skill, you have this certain skill set that can make you a lot of money, and can, you could even be famous from this. You're actually a master of this, and people recognize that you're a master. Like as soon as they see you do it, as soon as they experience your work, they just know that there are not many people doing this same type of work that are as good as you, or even come close to how good you are at it. And you've had this skill, you've had this talent all your life. It's like an inborn natural talent. You're just a natural at this thing. And so people recognize this. And you've actually, in the past, you've actually had quite a lot of attention from this anyway. And you've got a lot of attention, you've got a lot of accolades, you've made money from it, but you've never been able to make the money and have the fame and the reward that you feel that you truly deserve. And the reason for this is because you've had this energy attached to you. And this, I get the feeling that this is some sort of an entity that's working through someone close to you. There's someone close to you who, they have some sort of an entity attachment that makes them, kind of hold you back, because what you're doing is very powerful and very important, and it could make big changes in the world. This talent or this skill that you have, it could really result in changing like the timeline, changing the course of how things are going in this world. Even, on a small scale, but something that starts out on a small scale can really, really work up to being something big. And so this person has fallen prey to this entity because they don't have very high self-esteem. They don't believe in themselves very much. They're very insecure. And so this entity is attached to them and is taking advantage of that and using them as a tool to hold you back. And this person, they present themselves as being something that somebody that has your best interest in mind, somebody that wants to see you succeed, wants to support you, wants to help you. But really all the while they're just sitting there shaking in their boots at the idea of you actually being truly successful and, being discovered by someone truly powerful who, gives you what you deserve, which would then, in their mind, lead you to abandon them and move on to, bigger and better things, because they don't feel like they're capable of bigger and better things. So they feel like in order for you to succeed, they have to be left behind, which is completely not the case, obviously, because you succeeding has nothing to do with them. It has to do with you. And if you're in a relationship with this person, I don't know, this could be a family member, this could be a friend, this could be a lover, this could be a spouse. So take it how it resonates. But whoever it is, if you truly love them and they truly love you, there's no reason that anybody would be left behind. But they, in their mind, believe that they would be left behind, because you would then meet new people, do new things, try new things, be exposed to new people, new energies, new adventures, and they wouldn't be able to come with you because they don't have this same ability and this same talent. They're just scared to death of that. And so they're always kind of lurking behind the scenes, trying to throw a wrench in things. Like if there's ever an opportunity for you to be truly successful, they have to kind of try to sabotage it, either through emotional manipulation or playing up their abandonment issues, playing up their insecurities. Sometimes they even throw tantrums, react violently. Like, as an example, let's say you're a musician and, maybe they're a musician as well, but they're just not as good a musician as you are. They're good, but they're not anywhere near your level, and they don't get as much attention as you get. But maybe the two of you have been, playing music together, and then somebody else comes along and says, hey, so-and-so, hey, collective, I want you to do this, do a solo on my new track. I really like what you do, so come over to the studio, do a solo on my new track. And you're really excited, right? Because there's an opportunity for you to make money. There's an opportunity for you to gain some recognition, move forward in your career. And you're not trying to cut this other person out. You're just trying to take advantage of an opportunity. This person will find ways to sabotage that. Like, they will either react childishly, immaturely, react violently, whatever, throw a tantrum, cry, whatever they have to do to keep you from taking advantage of that opportunity. But then if you point that out to them, then, they would gaslight you and say, well, no, I didn't do anything like that. That's your imagination, blah, blah, blah. These types of things. And so that, that could be an example of how this person might act, but there could be 1,000 other ways that they accomplish the goal. But the primary goal is to just keep you in a place where they have to be involved with everything you do. You have to be dependent somehow on what they do. And I just pulled another card. The card that came up was Mule. So this card says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. So this person could be extremely stubborn. This person could be somebody that when you try to talk to them about these issues, or you say to them that you feel like they're holding you back, or you feel like they're not being supportive, or you say hey, you need to stop this behavior, they're just no way. There's no way that they're going to change. There's no way that they're going to even acknowledge the behavior, much less put forth an effort to try to change the behavior or make it so that it's easier for you to accomplish your goals. And basically, you are just this really carefree, lighthearted person. But, because I'm kind of getting that this is you. So you're a very open-minded, open-hearted, really open to new opportunities, open to change, open to new ways of looking at the world. You're just a creative person. That's who you are. You're not insecure. So if you were in the same position that they're in, you would behave completely differently. If they needed your support and understanding because they got offered opportunities, you would just support them. You would never throw tantrums or manipulate or try to keep them from taking an opportunity because you're afraid that they'll leave you out. There's not a bone like that in your body because you're very secure within yourself. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of. And so you don't feel the need to hold anyone else back in order for you to succeed or for you to feel successful. So you're like the polar opposite of this person emotionally, and they know it. So this is another thing that makes them kind of nervous because they know that really you could do better without them. They know that in their mind. They know that somehow they are in fact holding you back. And they honestly don't feel guilty about that. They don't feel bad about that at all. They feel like they own you. They feel like they have the right to hold you back. They feel like you are theirs to manipulate, push, pull, lead down whatever path, like that you're kind of there for them. It's a bit narcissistic actually when it comes down to it. And they might be a narcissist. I mean, take it how it resonates. Like you will know if this reading is for you, you know who I'm talking about. Like it's whoever has popped into your mind that, you just go, oh yeah, that's what so-and-so's doing. You know who it is. So this person might have narcissistic tendencies, or they might be a full-blown narcissist, but they actually know that they're holding you back, and they don't feel bad about it at all. They feel like they have the right to hold you back. But also, I just pulled that, these problems are temporary. Just like clouds moving through, covering the sun, and you are the sun. You are bright like the sun. And so these clouds are just temporarily covering your light, temporarily moving through your life, keeping you from accomplishing what you are destined to accomplish. So keeping in mind that these problems are temporary is very important for you right now, because you might be feeling frustrated. You might be feeling to the point where you're ready to give up, like you're ready to give up on your dreams. You're ready to just say, well, fuck it, I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do because this person keeps throwing up obstacles and, things keep holding me back. And you might just be in a bit of this can also, represent like a mental cloud that you're going through temporarily, where you're just feeling a bit cloudy from the mental sphere because of what this person's been doing, the manipulations that this person's been pulling. And so don't get stuck in that. Don't, because it's only temporary. Clouds move. The wind blows the clouds, right? And they move. And then the sun always eventually comes back out. So keep that in mind, that this is just a temporary situation. These clouds will move away. You will shine brightly again. And as a matter of fact, there's big opportunity coming for you. You're about to meet a community of people that are going to really, really help you accomplish your goals. These people are going to be people that recognize who you are. They recognize how valuable you are. They recognize your talent. They recognize what you're all about. And these people are not going to be stopped by this manipulator's machinations. These people aren't going to care, because all they're going to see is you and your talent, and they're going to want to work with you, and they're going to want to promote you, and they're going to want to see you succeed and help you succeed. So that's right around the corner. You're going to be celebrating some very, very happy event within the next, could be 4 weeks, could be 4 months, but it's going to be pretty soon. Like, all you have to do is just not give up. All you have to do is keep doing what you do. Don't let this person manipulate you. See, this person's like very clingy and greedy. They tend to look at people as being like objects, like you can own people. They look at people the same way they look at material objects. And This person might actually have a lot of money too, and this person might be in control to some extent of your finances, because that's kind of like what's keeping you around. Like I'm getting the message here that you feel like there's some sort of financial loss that's possible if you just walk away from this person. Like if you just like dead walk away, that you might have some money issues because maybe they have most of the money, or they're in control of the finances, or your finances are heavily connected to them somehow, because I get the impression that this person has some sort of wealth of some kind. They have some sort of financial backing, and you're kind of looking at them going like they've made you feel insecure. They've made you feel like if you do walk away from them, that there's something to lose. There's some sort of financial well-being to lose if you walk away from them. But this is just an illusion, because if you do walk away from them, if you stop letting them manipulate you and sabotage you, then you will make it on your own, because you have this talent, you have this skill set. So you can make your own money, you can make your own abundance and wealth. You're perfectly capable of that. But perhaps your relationship with this person over time has convinced you somehow that you are in fact dependent on them when you're not. And quite honestly, this person is just, their energy is just very, very clingy, a lot of devil energy, a lot of obsession, a lot of I own you, insecurity, controlling, dominating, but they're casting an illusion over you. They don't really have a hold over you. The illusion of the hold they have over you is just in your own mind. And they know that, which is why they play so many mental games with you, because they know that you are a nurturing, empathic, creative, imaginative person, and they know how to push buttons. They know how to play these mental games with you that keep you trapped in this relationship with them. So the key is to just recognize who you're dealing with, and to recognize also who you are. And this is who you are. You're the magician. You can do anything. You can create your own path. You can create your own destiny. You can create your own abundance and wealth. There's nothing that you can't do if you use your skills, put your mind to it, don't allow yourself to be manipulated. And this person doesn't want you to recognize that, because if you recognize that, they're done. Their control is done. They're out of the picture. As soon as you recognize who you are and how powerful you are and how talented you are, and recognize that they're manipulating you, then that's it for them, and they know it. And there's something that happened in your relationship in the past that they're really, really holding on to. There was some glory day in the past in your relationship, something that they experienced with you, that they've never experienced it with anyone else. They probably honestly never will again, quite frankly, because you're very special. You don't, somebody like you doesn't come along every week. And they know this. They know how special you are. And that feeling that you gave them, there's something that you and this person did together where the feeling was so overwhelming to them that they don't ever want to let go of that. They feel like they want to take you and lock you up in a little box so that they can just open up that box and get that feeling back whenever they want. So they really are looking at you as an object, really, at the end of the day. They're not really seeing you as a person with feelings that, your feelings need to be paid attention to as well. They're just kind of looking at you as this thing that brings them joy and brings them pleasure. And they don't want anybody else to have access to that. They don't want anybody else to have they think of things in terms of control. So they feel like if you were hanging out with other people, those people would have control and they wouldn't have control. But they don't understand that that's really not how relationships are supposed to work. That like it's not supposed to be about control. It's supposed to be about exchange of energy. They don't really know how to exchange energy. They're just used to taking energy, and they want to take your energy. They want to like put you in this little box that you see on the card. They want to lock you in a forever box that they can open that box like you're a photo from the past or a trinket that they bought on vacation somewhere when they were on holiday, and they bought a souvenir that put it in a little box, and they can open up the box and reminisce about how great things were. Like that's the type of relationship they want from you. They're projecting a lot of their own failures onto you as well. They're projecting not only their failures, but also their potential successes. They're like, they feel successful around you. You make them feel like the person they want to be. They have not yet learned how to be that person on their own. So they're basically using you to make them feel how they want to feel and be who they want to be, instead of learning how to actually be that person themselves, so that they don't have to depend on someone else to give them those feelings of success and those feelings of like, I'm victorious, I'm talented, they don't know how to do that for themselves. So instead they project those feelings onto you, and they live through your successes. They're actually living vicariously through you. But at the same time, your successes always have to be connected to them. If your successes are just you being successful on your own, that scares the hell out of them. That intimidates them. That makes them feel like they're failing and that they're going to lose you. So there's a lot of like fighting. They're just fighting with you. They're fighting with themselves. They're fighting with everyone else. Like anyone that comes into your life to actually like help you succeed or wants to work with you, wants to give you an opportunity, they will fight. They will fight that person, whether they have to fight mentally, physically, whatever. They will fight to keep you all to themselves. And that's kind of their main goal in life, is to keep you all to themselves, keep you isolated from any sort of an opportunity to that would take you away from them, or take you, not even necessarily away from them, just take you out of their control. It's like you could be living in the same house with them, but they still want control. So anytime they see anything, any opportunity, or anyone come along that might end that control they have, they will fight that tooth and nail to make sure that it doesn't happen. But what's coming up soon for you is a choice. This could be a choice between them and a new relationship. It could be a choice having to do with a job, a financial opportunity, an opportunity to travel, but there's going to be some kind of a choice. And this choice is going to be out of their hands, because it's going to be a choice that's not dependent on them in order to make the choice happen. Like somebody or something's going to come along and give you the opportunity to make a choice between the way you're living now and the way you really want to live, the way that you know that you should be living. That choice is coming up really, really soon for you. And so you should keep doing what you're doing. Like I said before, don't stop. Don't let their negativity and their mental games and sabotage stop you from doing what you're doing, because this choice is going to be something that's empowering to you. It's going to be something that gives you a lot of power, a lot of new control over your life and your outcomes and your destiny. And things will never be the same for you after that. Things will never be the same for them after that, because they're going to have to figure out a new way to be in the world. And, this choice, when you make this choice, whatever it is, I'm getting the feeling that it's going to cause them some sorrow. It's going to cause them sorrow, not you. You're the magician. It's not going to cause you sorrow. It's going to cause anybody who's been trying to control you, anybody who's been trying to sabotage you, throw you under the bus, treat you like a toy, treat you like a puppet, whatever. It's going to make those people sad. It's going to make those people sit in regret. It's going to make those people start to understand that when you control people and bully people and manipulate people and gaslight people and treat people like shit, it always eventually turns against you. There's no way that you can treat people like that and not have a negative outcome from it eventually. So these people are going to be experiencing exactly what they put you through. Whether it's a group of people or one person, take it how it resonates. For some of you, it might just be one particular person. For others out there, it might be a whole group of people that's been doing this to you. But whoever has been doing this, the same sadness, frustration, like hopelessness that you have been experiencing is going to come back now. And it's going to be on them. It's going to be on the people that did it to you, because that's what they earned. That's what they put out there, and that's what they earned. That's what they're going to get back. And this is karma for them. And this is how this works. This is how this game of life works. You put something out there, it comes back on you so that you can experience it yourself, because everybody is a mirror. Everybody is a mirror to you. So you've learned something from them. You've learned not to be dependent emotionally, financially, whatever. Don't be dependent on anyone for anything. That's what you've learned. And they're going to learn what it feels like to be hurt, to be sad, to feel out of control, to feel lonely, to feel frustrated, to feel helpless. They're going to learn that now. So all you have to do is wait for that opportunity. Keep your eyes out and make the choice that works for you. Don't think about anybody else when you make this choice. Only think about you. Think about what's best for you. Think about what's going to empower you. Think about what's going to make life better for you. Because in the past, you've always thought about others. You've always thought about, oh, how's this going to affect so-and-so? Oh, am I being selfish? Oh, I need to do what's best for everyone. I need to think about everyone. I need to put everyone before myself. No, that bullshit is done. This time, you need to make the choice that works for you. Because once you are in a position of autonomy, independence, and power, then you can go and help out all the people you want to help out. But when you are helpless, you can't help anyone else. And these people that you've been dealing with, or this person that you've been dealing with, they want you helpless. So don't give them that. Don't give them the pleasure. Don't give them the satisfaction of being helpless. Go out there and be your powerful magician self and make your destiny, make your life work for you. I'm going to leave it there. If this resonated with you, please like this video and share it if you feel so inclined. And subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload new videos. And I hope this has been helpful. This is Oracle of the Divine Ophite. Blessings to you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.